Welcome back to the Forensics Detailing channel, how to polish your car with a dual action polisher for beginners. Classic YouTube title. Here we have a dual action polisher, Dewalt 848, or is that? Yeah, 848, DCM 848, cordless. Love a bit of cordless. Here we have a flex soft polishing pad. Now at the end of each polishing set, take a toothbrush or pad brush, whatever, and just brush over the surface of the pad to free up the pores and remove all of the old polish and clear coat from your previous set. Now we are using Angelwax Regenerate in this video, which is a medium cut compound and swirl remover. So a single stage abrasive, no silicone, pure abrasive. You work it, you buff it off, you degrease, the product's gone, and then you're ready to put your sealant or wax or ceramic coating down. So it's a pure abrasive. You're going to use, it's quite a big pad, so we're going to use 4 blobs. Let's just get the polish to the bottom. Always try and manage this polish so that we're not making a mess. Okay, when you've put your polish out, put that down. Don't do what I just did, because you always get a little bit of polish pop out the top. But I've got a camera in one hand, so you'd close it and then you'll get a little bit of extra polish and wipe off that little bit of extra polish and manage where the polish goes. Do not wipe it on the back of your trousers like I've just done as well. Again, my excuse is I've got a camera in one hand. Right, I'm ready to start polishing. Now, the car's been washed, decontaminated, and we are going to let's do a nice demo of polishing where you can actually see what's going on. So let's go over in that top corner over there. I've got nice rubber feet on this, so don't worry about the paintwork of the car. Right, let's make sure this camera doesn't go anywhere. That's a nice little shot. Let's get our polishing machine. Now, hopefully you can see me. We want to dab out over a 2x2 area roughly, so I'd divide this hood up into 9 areas. I'm a little bit worried the vibration is going to move the camera, so I need to keep an eye on that. It's not too smart, is it, having that there? Right, we've dabbed it out. We drop the machine down to speed, lowest speed setting, to just create a thin film. Once we've created a thin film, we can't really splatter anything. So let's make the film. There's no technique to this, just make a film of product. Done. Now we have a film. If you've got tons of excess product, you've used too much. Should be a relatively nice uniform film. You can work it a bit longer, but don't work it too hard. Anyway, once you've created your film, crank your machine up to speed 4 or 5, or I'm going to do 4,500 OPMs. You don't want the machine to stall, so if your speed is too low, you might find that the machine stalls out and it stops spinning and it's just doing the tiny little orbit. So you want to go to sort of the upper end of the speed, but not maximum speed is the advice. If you want to work cut, you can put a little bit of extra pressure down, but this is quite a heavy machine. The machine is very easy to control. Let's just start off and do the polishing set, and then you can get the idea from there, okay? Okay, so I think we've done 4 passes. So we do, let me just put this polisher in. We do 1 horizontal pass, we then switch directions, do a vertical pass, we then switch directions, do a horizontal pass, we then switch directions, do a vertical pass. That just ensures we get even, consistent coverage rather than just randomly going in random directions. We want to be consistent. If we do the same thing over most of the panels, then we should remove a consistent amount of clear coat from the car, which is the name of the game. Obviously, it's a bit harder to do like your set piece, but you just do your best sort of efforts on smaller curved areas, using smaller pads if you can. Having mini machines like you can see over there gives you the ability to be a little bit more consistent. Anyway, we take a nice soft cloth. These are the Inter Detailing 350 Korean plush edgeless yellows, which are lovely soft cloths, and they're the cheapest Korean you know, open pole cloths on the market, and I love them. But they're for polish removal for me, because if you use them with wet products, you'll pull on them too much. So they're just lovely and soft, and then you go over and you just buff in circles. Wasn't too smart, was it? I caught this cloth, which I'm just using to protect the wiper and windscreen from any splatter. I caught it with the machine. That was bad. Now let's just gently buff this. Look, you can see the 4-way fold. Pinch the 4 ends here, and then the cloth will stay in that square, so it's not balling up on you. You want a nice flat cloth. Then you can flip sides as well when it's done. It's a good little tip, that is. Okay, you can see me just gently picking up. It's time to flip sides because I can see I'm applying product over here rather than picking it up. And then we just gently buff. Keep going, gently, and gently buff, and gently buff. And there we have a buffed panel. And then we take, where are we? What's going on here? Oh, here it is. We take an inspection torch, the Sealey LED 360 CM. I'll try and find a link for it in the description. And we have a look at what's going on with the paint. And I can see a little blob of polish there. Okay. Excuse me. And the paintwork is looking amazing. It looks really good, actually. Really impressive. Yeah, it's done a good job. In fact, I'm trying to find a swirl to show you a swirl, a scratch. There's a little deep cluster of scratches there that you might just about see somewhere. Right where the light is, there's one. Not sure if the GoPro will pick it up, just a tiny little one. Stone chip there. You probably won't see if I take the light away. You can see that stone chip right in the middle, can't you? Paint's looking good. That's an acceptable level of defects. There's nothing I can do about the chip or the tiny little scratch there. You can probably see it better with no light, actually. Right there. Come on. There on the tip of my finger. Oh, you can't see it. And I would go ahead and repeat that on the whole bonnet and then the rest of the car, and that car would be cut and finished. And the single stage products can give you really good results. Really good results, actually, if you just want one product that cuts away swirls and gives you a good finish. Why are there more polishes? Why are there heavy cuts and all these finishing products? Well, if you've got tons of defects, you know, it's like using a smaller hammer to bang in a nail. If you've got a big heavy nail, you want a big hammer. So sometimes you need the big hammer, the heavy cut product, because it's more efficient. The heavier you go, you tend to need to then finish those out. You know, heavier cut products will give you more haze, maybe more machine marring. So that's when you're cutting away defects. But the opposite end of the scale is where you have very soft paint, which is very easy to correct, but won't finish down. It won't give you that flawless finish. It leaves, you see little tiny thin scratches from the machine in it. Even when you buff it, you can put scratches in it. It's always the black, because you see it with the black. The black paint. So you also have softer finishing polishes and all these different complexities and stuff around polishing that are realities. But a very good starting point is the Angelwax Regenerate, which also happens to be one of the cheapest pure mid-range, mid-cut, cut and finish products on the market. £14.95 for 500 mil. See if you can get near that price. See if you can get near that price. Phenomenal price that is. Dual action polishers, free spinning dual action polishers, won't drag you around. Nice and easy to control. The Cordless, I love the Cordless. This is a really good tool actually. And that's it. So that is polishing your car. If you want extra bonus marks, you can use a panel wipe like this IPA and water and a little bit of APC. I've done a recipe for it on the main channel. Don't ask me the recipe. And you could then spritz that APC over there, work it with a clean cloth, and then buff it, mop it all up to see what your final results were. But generally, if it looks crystal clear with a heavy intense light, that'll be good. The other reason for degreasing with the panel wipe, of course, is to remove the polishing oils. If you're going to then put a wax or sealant down, you'll get a better bond. Very important. Should have said that. What else have you got kicking around over here? Oh, an R and a cloth in case I make any mess and splatter any product around you. You can always wipe your work surfaces down, wipe your tools down, all that sort of stuff. Try and work clean. That's it for this video. You can do a lot of great work with a single DA and a simple polish like that, and just following your set piece. And then when you get addicted to it, you can spend a fortune on all of these cool tools here, like this little mini polisher, mini DAs and all that sort of stuff that you've heard me rattle on about. And you get these lovely things for going under the pad. So this is a PXE, and this is a forced rotation machine, so that doesn't spin, so you don't have any problems with stall. And this is a cordless rotary here, which is a bit more of a handful really. Even, I don't tend to use it so much anymore. That's too heavy, that rotary. Oh no, it's not, sorry. This rotary isn't that heavy. It's about 2.5 kilos, I think, something like that. It's fine. It's just typically with a rotary, you're going to get pulled around a little bit more. You're going to sling a little bit more. You're going to generate a bit more heat and dust. You've got to be a bit more mindful of buffer trails. You'll definitely need to probably do a dedicated finishing pass with a finishing product when you're cutting with the rotary afterwards, just in case. Because sometimes you can't see any buffer trails or anything like that, but they might be there. They might turn up later on, especially if you're working above 1,000 RPMs and warming up that paintwork. But when you get into using the rotary, the fact it doesn't wobble and vibrate is really nice. Once you get control of the machine, it's really nice. And you just keep the speed slow. But everyone uses free spinning DAs, and I understand why. They're so comfortable to use. Once you set them down on the panel, they don't pull you around, and it's just so easy to kind of just do your crosshatch. It feels nice, just nice. But they're not my weapon of choice because they're not consistent, which I'll talk about in other videos, stuff like that. But they're the one to start with, I think, and then you can try the others and see if you like them. But most people prefer the free spinners. That's it for this one, guys. Polishing your car. I'm just checking out loads of abrasives at the moment, and that's it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you've got any questions about machine polishing, let me know in the comments and I'll do my best. Cheers.